Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It's Saturday, March 4th. I was just looking at the news, and on CNN, there's an announcement that George and Kellyanne Conway are in the process of being divorced. They're in the final stages of what is described as an amicable divorce. Good for them that it can be amicable. If anybody who's been divorced understands how tense and unpleasant an experience that can be. So if you can do it amicably, that's amazing. To me, that translates to nobody's getting paid. They each have their own money. They each have enough of everything, and they don't feel the need to be vindictive towards the other person. At least that's how it's being presented. However, we can ask Spirit what's going on with that. So, Spirit, can you give us sort of a background as to what's going on with their divorce? What led to it? Is it just the political differences where George is in the traditional conservative Republicans and Kellyanne has gone full MAGA? Do they just fall out of love? Do they have different lives? What's going on with it? So let's find out. Well, there's a separation going to calmer waters. And it could very well be that, especially with their time in the White House, it put a lot of turmoil into their marriage. And they both did step away from the Lincoln Project and the working in the White House to work on their marriage. And then there's the charging forward. So things are happening quickly. Their marriage got tumultuous, and it happened very fast. And it's probably happened fast because of the decision of one person in the marriage. Maybe both. Kellyanne charged forward full MAGA in this one. So I'm not looking to lay blame. Oh, yeah, by the way, for entertainment purposes only, this is purely gossip. This falls into the not enough gossip, too much news, not enough gossip category. Thank you, Auntie Lena. They probably both charged into it. She fired the first shot, though, going MAGA, and then George responded with his criticisms of Trump, and then moving forward with the Lincoln Project. Although I tend to think of the Lincoln Project and his actions as being a bit more thought out. That wasn't rash. That was strategic. So, in the past, King of Pentacles. I think they both had money. They were both comfortably financially. And this could be George, but I think generally speaking, they were comfortably financially speaking. Or this could be Donald Trump coming in and causing mayhem. We'll find out how this pans out. And then we've got the fighting, the bickering, the arguing, the mayhem that was going on. This could very well be their interactions with each other, that they're constantly fighting, constantly bickering. There's just one-upmanship. This could also be just the craziness of their lives if they were growing apart from each other. Different priorities, juggling priorities, different priorities. They're not on the same page. They're on different pages, and they couldn't do it anymore. And again, in the background, you've got the waves on there. So I think there was just too much going on, and it was too hard on the marriage. And even though they tried to back away from it with the Six of Swords, it was too late at that point. They had their own lives. Lesson to be learned, Ten of Pentacles. There's money. There's plenty of money. Money was made probably by both people in this situation. Kellyanne working for the Trump presidency and George with the Lincoln Project. Outcome, more money. Financial starts. I think the outcome is they're going to go their separate ways. The archway can be a repeating, so they have to be careful not to learn their lessons from this marriage and not repeat them. But I believe that they're going to be fine financially. Nobody's hurting, which is why this is amicable. And underneath this Queen of Pentacles, again, it's taking care of yourself. It's finding uses for things, being practical. I think that in the end of the day, it didn't make sense for them to stay married. They may not be in love anymore. Maybe there was a business relationship or financial relationship that they don't need anymore. They really don't need each other in each other's lives. That chapter is closing and they're moving on. Okay, so nothing in here seems to indicate, that somebody had an illicit affair with somebody else or there was fooling around going on. It's just money, 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 money. And and turmoil. So that's kind of what Spirit's letting us know with that. Now getting truly gossipy in the in the realm of for entertainment purposes only. This is just some random dude on the internet throwing tarot cards on there, and again falling in the category of too much news, not a gossip. What does Kellyanne really think of George? What does Kellyanne really think of George? What's her opinion of him? Ultimately, I think their kids summarize it nicely. The daughter was speaking out against the mom with the mom's actions, and the daughter called the mom out. And I think that prompted a lot of things, which could be that Queen of Pentacles. That could be the daughter. Underneath it all was the impact it was having on their family. That's one of the reasons why they backed off, but they couldn't save it. Too little, too late. But what does Kellyanne think of George? Well, this one wants to stay on top, so it's going to be for Carter. He's a burden. I'd like to say that she thinks he works too hard, but I think she thinks he's a burden. Why? Oh, well, then again, why? Because, we got Page of Swords. He's a burden. He certainly was speaking out against Trump, which was making her life difficult with her overseer. Not betrayal, but, just it's the end. Had to make a decision and making plans. Okay, so what was her opinion on him? It was too hard for her to be married to him. The marriage was over. She knew it was over. And she's kind of ready to make a new start. And then she had to make a choice. Do I stay married to him? Do I divorce him? So don't be surprised if you find out that she was the one who initiated the divorce plans. She's got plans for other things she wants to do. So don't be surprised if she did that. Yeah. I thought this was going to be a little juicier than that. But okay, good. Less drama is okay. We've had so much drama in this country for the last 7 years or so that, having an extended period of drama-free time would be really, really nice. And again, getting all snarky with Kellyanne Conway, the originator of the alternative facts statement. For those of us who actually deal with facts, there's no such thing as alternative facts. Just while I'm shuffling cards, there are facts. Facts are facts. How you interpret those facts to create a narrative can vary. Okay? But there's no such thing as alternative facts. Alternative facts are lies. They're fantasy. It's not real. You can't come up with your own facts to fit your story. You've got to just work with the facts first and then craft a story around that. That's how science works. Ask me how I know. Okay, what does George think of Kellyanne? I would throw on the daughter, but I don't know how the daughter is, and just, not that any of this is my business, but leave the kids out of it. The only reason why I even mentioned her in the first place is that there was a news story that the daughter was really upset with the mom, probably embarrassed by the behavior. I didn't read the story that closely. He was trying not to celebrate the misery of others. It's just not the way to go about life. What does George think about Kellyanne? Oh, there's the happy family card, the 10 of Cups. We'll throw that out there as that 10 of Cups. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so the happy family card versus the walking away. So, they had maybe what he would have called a happy family. Everything was great until it wasn't. And now it's time to walk away from it. Okay, so what's underneath it? The nightmare, the stress, the anxiety. There's that rash decision. That decision probably happened quickly. And then, interesting, holding on to your possessions. Holding on. Yeah, interesting. There's that celebration card again. No, the celebration card was from the last reading for the train derailment. Okay, so maybe this is in order to maintain a happy family the family had to break up. This could have been, it's better for the parents to divorce than continue to bicker and argue in front of the kids. Because at the end of the day, what you're teaching the kids is that bickering and arguing is a normal behavior for married people. And you don't want to do that. So, and underneath it all is the Three of Cups. This could be each member of the family, George, Kellyanne, and the daughter. This just works. This is just going to be the best for everyone. Why? Because it's been hard. It's been stressful. It's been hard. Probably on George. It's probably on everyone. And it's just better to get this done and get it done sooner rather than later instead of procrastinating and putting it off. This one's an interesting one. So this could be, holding on to one's possessions, but they could also be holding on to one's sanity. It's just sort of the things are going crazy town, and I just need to get away from crazy town. I need some calmness, and this could also be sort of going within, reevaluating. I think this is kind of like he's reevaluating. He's going to reevaluate his values. He's reevaluating, what he thinks, what he does, how he acts about it with Kellyanne or with their family. So, in some ways, I don't recommend divorce to anyone. Not because I'm against divorce, but it's a really hard process. But I think in this case, for this family, it's probably the best thing for them. It's probably the best thing for everyone. It's going to be hard in the short term. Divorces are miserable, or even amicable ones can be miserable because they're just hard feelings, and all those hard feelings come out. But I think in the end of the day, this is just going to serve everybody in that family well. They'll close that chapter, hopefully wish each other well, and move on to a better chapter of their lives where they can be truer to their most authentic selves. What else could you want? Okay, so that's my reading on George and Kellyanne situation with their divorce. I'm glad to hear it's amicable. I hope it maintains that way, and I hope that they all grow as people and can maintain their relationships with each other as best they can. Most benevolent outcome. Thank you very much for watching this reading. I hope you have a good night. Give it a thumbs up and a like if you like it. Share it. And take care. I'll talk to you soon.